Welcome to Vintage Coin-Op Restorations. This is Square D Amusements Rollerball. Probably manufactured somewhere in the mid 1930s. This machine just recently came in the shop, and we are going to do a complete restoration on it. And this is the first video that we are going to take of it. At this time, we are looking at an original back glass that is just about completely gone. We will be having a new one made, and we will have it on the game eventually. Fairly simple cutouts for lights. There's a lot of yellow in there, so that's what probably the back color is. In the front here we got this chicken wire, which is original to the game. Basically a 9-foot skee ball machine. Basically made of, we're going to guess this is a Douglas fir plywood, 3/4 inch, pretty much two parts glued together there. You can see the different grains. This chicken wire is being wrapped around it. We got some vintage lights inside here, and like a cage in front to protect the ball from hitting it, which would probably be a very, very cool thing to have them completely chromed. Which is probably what we're probably going to do. Inside here, you know, very similar to your skee balls that we all know. This is just the beginning of it. We have at the bottom, we got 100, 200, 3, and you go up to 4, 5, and we really don't know what happens. But in the center there, which is obviously your big payout, is a barrel, and this barrel spins. So as you're actually playing the game, not only are you trying to get points on each one of these levels, you really want to get that thing while it is spinning. The game right now is in pretty bad condition. Not that it can't be fixed. We're looking at an original play field here. I want to say it's some sort of a rubber, very dried out, and we will probably replace that. Or depending on the client, it's also possible to restore this. You won't get it perfectly smooth, but we can clean it up. And maybe a couple coats of lacquer on here will definitely give us a nice play field again that we can actually play on. Looking at the front of this machine, our sides are made out of plywood, and looking at the rest of this wood here, we're going to say that is maple, because you can see a little bird's eye right there, but it's basically a plain sawn maple wood. Obviously this is where our balls go, and we do not have any with this game. We have a stop engine switch that would probably trigger the game to start. And we'll take a quick look what's underneath here. Okay, you got a primitive, obviously this is some sort of a coin mech at one time. I can't say I've ever seen one like this, and we'll have to figure out a way to exactly see how this thing worked. Let's take a quick look at what's going on inside here. Okay, we got a lot of wire splicing. Let's see what that looks like down there. I definitely could see some mice turds. Yeah, a lot of debris inside there, but a lot of wire splicing going on over here. Different wires, you know. I've seen them worse. This is 1930, 1935s or so, and could be worse. Let's just put it that way. Unfortunately, this door here is busted, missing the whole front piece. Got a big crack on there. It's missing the face. Obviously, that's where the coin mech probably had to go, and that is missing. And then We have another cracked off piece here, and looking at it now, it is with no doubt maple. Okay, clear finish on it, some sort of early shellac, real shellac that is. Get a little closer look on here. We got somebody who did a little work, put some this looks like some pine that they put on both left and right side to hold this cage down. Again, you know, I'd love to use this cage here. It's all original, and maybe chrome plated just might do it. And a little work on the top to make this detail of the cage coming to the top of the back glass here a little more nicer than it is. We got a frame. Top part of the frame is missing. Frame itself, not too bad. Probably be able to reuse it, or parts of it. Okay, let's get over here. Alright, the whole game is propped up on these legs here. Legs are, obviously they use different screws over time. Someone used a wrench. So we got a lot of scratching going on. We got a big chunk missing on the bottom here. And this particular piece of wood, with no doubt, is Douglas fir. Very readily at the time. There was a lot of it everywhere, and we still use it today. Very strong, and but it is a soft wood. All right, let's go around to the other side. The other side, we're looking at the same leg on the other side. Again, very, very beat up. It might best, depending on the client's choice, to just replace the legs so we have them nice and new. Looks like this one even might have been glued together on the bottom. Okay, let's come around the side here. The plywood itself isn't that bad, but there is a lot of scratches and gouges. And the light kind of picks up most of these here. Some are deep, some are just scratches. But again, depends on the level of restoration that the client wants for this machine. Is going to determine what we're possibly going to do here. You can see here at one time when they put the thing together, it might have been they're conserving on plywood. So here, you got two different kinds of plywood. You got left and right. And you got the diagonal splice put together. At the time, these games were made for money, not for looks. But we're going to try to make this thing make money and look beautiful. Yeah, again on this side we got quite a bit of gouges and stuff on the body itself. My suggestion for this problem would be not to change the character of the game, but to replace the sides here with a new veneer, a Douglas fir veneer, so it's going to be exactly the same that it was when it was made, but it'll be all brand new, smooth, and it will be stained just like this game. And the maple here is the inside parts. I would probably say we keep the insides, but the tops, they've been really beat up. They're missing wood, and to patch something like that, you're definitely going to see it, and it'll look like a patch. We can't do a whole lot of that about that. But if we replaced all left and right sides of them, it'll look perfect and complete. We can even maybe add a little distress to it to make it look a little bit on the old side. Let's get real close inside here and see what the rest of this looks like. Okay, left and right side, we have same plywood. The material in the back and up on top there is obviously the same material that was used for the play field. Pretty dense rubber. What else do we have? The rings themselves, the levels, they are obviously probably made of some sort of metal and wrapped with some sort of cloth. And to restore this, and it's also stenciled. What my suggestion would be for this particular game is probably use some sort of metal, or use existing metal and wrap it with vintage fire hose. It's the same kind of heavy, dense cotton cloth that we could stencil and it'll look just the same.